What is going on, everybody? My name is Clutch Sometimes, your coach of the Kansas City Kingdros, and I'm here bringing you your Week 1 team builder for the TPL. This is a new league for me. It's going to be a Wi-Fi league. It'll be our first Wi-Fi league on the channel. Commissioned by my good friend Adam. The draft was a couple weeks ago. That finished up. I will not be doing a team analysis for this league. You can see the entire team above me. There it is. Mega, I'm gonna read it off anyway because I can. Mega Hodino, Kieran Black, Gothitelle, which is Shadow Tag Gothitelle. We got Alola Marowak, Lycanroc Dust, Blastoise, Passimian, Superior, Caesar, Gliscor, and the Lowland Persian. Our Z captains are Kieran Black and Superior. Our opponent's side, the Digletts Down Under. This league is coached by Andrew. Will continue to be coached after week 4 by Sakura. The original coach of Team Sakura is just busy, and Andrew will be filling in. The team is an extremely threatening roster. Mega Manectric, Zygarde 50, Staraptor, Espeon, Chandelure, Drapion, Quagsire, Terrakion, Primarina, Fortress, and Yanmega. It's an extremely threatening offense. This team has good backbones, I think, but I think one of the things that this team does struggle with, there's a lot of things on that Digletts team that I really struggle to deal with. This team really needs to deny momentum to Mega Manectric, mainly because our ground type is Gliscor. Gliscor is great in this matchup, but it does not deny Mega Manectric getting Volt Switches off because HBI is going to kill us like 100% of the time, especially with our spread, which we'll get to in a second. Zygarde 50 is the best mon in the format. One of the best mons in the format, at least, if not one of the best, if not the best. But I think it's up there with Coco and Celesteal. It's fantastic. Absolutely a threat you have to prepare for. Z Captain Chandelure, Ghostium is kind of a nuke against us. Our Ghost Resist is below in person, which does not have a very good matchup. And Z Terrakion, Rockium is an absolute nuke. It kind of gets a kill against my team. My Rock Resist is Passimian, so a setup Terrakion is honestly a super, super big threat. But getting right into the team, I wanted to try and deny momentum to Mega Man. So I have my first two here. I have my first mon here. This was actually originally Surf, but I didn't like in testing. I didn't like the speed tier. I was sub Glare. It's like, if I could get a sub off, it was theoretically great, but it was so hard to get. There was so much pressure on the opposing side. It's so hard to get subs off. So I changed that like pretty last second to Alola Marowak, and Alola Marowak just comes on a metric and doesn't care. Like very boring, toxic. Like Volt Switch, Overheat, Flamethrower, HP Ice, like all gone. There isn't any really good coverage that Mega Manectric can run for Alola Marowak, which is really, really good for me. Fire Punch and Shadow Bone just hit this team ridiculously hard. Earthquake hit Terrakion on the way in, if I really want to call that, in a really niche situation. Also hits Drapion super effectively damage, which is kind of cool. I have Wisp on here in case it's like not sub Zygarde. If it's like raw Dragon Dance, this spread currently eats 1,000 arrows from unboosted Zygarde, so that's really neat. I can Wisp it, which is really, really good for me. The defense investment also lets me live Scarf, Reckless, Brave Bird from Staraptor as well. Good mon against this team, comes in a metric. It's a great momentum stop if I need to get back into this game. Second mon is Gliscor. I mentioned it earlier that Zygarde 50 and Terrakion are absolutely scary mons. Z Terrakion does kind of get a kill if it gets set up, so I do want to definitely try and deny that against this team. Stealth Rocks are extremely important against this team. Limiting Staraptor, Chandelure, Yanmega. Like, there's not a lot on this team that wants to come out on rocks, and a ton of my calcs are like pivotal on them having Stealth Rocks up. Like, we'll get to like a few things here, but like, just rocks are really good against this team, just general chip, because I feel like this team has to like pivot in and out, and if I can try and limit the amount of times they pivot with Stealth Rocks, it's really fantastic for me. Earthquake hits this team ridiculously hard, and everything that Earthquake doesn't hit, Ice Fang hits. It's pretty much perfect coverage. It doesn't quite kill Fortress a bunch of times, but again, I get a little whack in, I get momentum stopping, and I get to click at a big button again against that team. So this team does struggle with those two offensive scarfers that this team can bring, and potentially in Staraptor, Chandelure. And Lycanroc Dusk to Celerock is honestly amazing. I just went max speed on this just to try and tie Espeon. And the speed tier again is fantastic against this team. Celerock just picks off those big threats: Chandelure, Staraptor, and Yanmega. Drill Run helps me pick off, like, if it's not set up, if it's like set up to Rag instead of Scarf. I can also see Scarf against this team because this doesn't have good rock resists, but Scarf does run into Gliscor. So if it's SD with like Rockium, I can revenge it with either Drill Run from Lycanroc Dusk or Scizor in the back a little bit later, which we'll get to. Fire Fang hits Fortress, and a problem with Lycanroc Dusk, I love this mod, kind of just like at a glance. It's going to be really fun to use, but I cannot deal with Zygarde if it's set up. Like, if it comes out, tries to like take advantage of me, because it can take advantage of this. So Outrage is there purely for the fact so Zygarde doesn't take advantage of Lycanroc. It helps ease the pressure on Gliscor, helps ease the pressure on Blastoise, helps ease the pressure on Scizor. Like, I just don't want to make it so he doesn't switch in, so I don't have to like put all that pressure off on Gliscor. The next one on our team, we're trying to get switch-ins to Primarina, trying to get switches to Chandelure, because currently we have nothing for it. It's Assault Vest, Mirror Coat, Blastoise, a little bit of heat. This wasn't quite Assault Vest. I changed it like maybe 20 minutes ago before recording this. Scald hits this team really, really well. It's really tough from switching on Scald. Nothing really likes the burn. Mirror Coat's I think kind of the cool tech on this section here. It's probably the coolest tech I have on this. Since it's coming in on Chandelure, I can't really, there's not a lot that Blastoise gets that can touch Primarina. So running the Assault Vest, I get 3 KO'd after Stealth Rock damage, even if he wants to bring those. So he can hit me once, and if he tries to hit me again, I launch off a Mirror Coat, because most Blastoises can't do much back to a Primarina. So I launch off a Mirror Coat, and that Primarina is immediately in range of any attack I want to go for. Which honestly is something I really, really need on this team, because this is the only like kind of a stopgap for me on Primarina and Chandelure. I have other things I can deal with Chandelure with, especially a Stellar Rock from Lycandusk. But other than that, it is really, really tough for me to switch into that Pokemon. And Assault Vest Blastoise is kind of the answer for this team. Moving on, I wanted ways to just kind of apply a lot of pressure, and Kieran Black is going to be my big boy pressure this week. I need to be able to put my throat on this, and this spread's a little odd. If you look at, got the nice 5-stat EVs, nice clutch sometimes EVs. It's a great way to pressure things like Manectric, because Manectric cannot 3 KO me with Overheat. Cannot 2 KO me with Overheat. I outspeed max speed Timid Primarina with this. I also take, I'm 3 KO by Scarf Chandelure. Scarf Chandelure Fire Blast, I believe, if I remember the count correctly. Earth Power and Ice Beam are so free against the team, and anything those don't hit, I can hit with, which is Primarina essentially. Primarina dies after 2 Stealth Rock switch-ins. Again, why Stealth Rock is super important. My Mirror Coat damage is super important. Any chip on Primarina plus rocks, and it's gone. Even with 0-. Because even if you notice this, this is 0- attack. It still hits 171. This is like pretty invested. It's 178. Kieran Black is ridiculous. I'm so excited to use this thing throughout the season. Yeah, that's pretty standard there. And last mod on the team is Scizor. Scissor's just there for kind of another way for us to revenge Terrakion. Because like this is kind of the low priority. I don't have any Scarfers on this team. I just don't feel like my Scarfers can compete with their Scarfers. That's the whole thing on this team. Because like bringing a Scarf Kieran Black, I can't deal with Raptor, Espeon. This also helps me check Espeon, which currently this team doesn't have much of a Psychic switch in. So Scizor would be that. 52 attack investment with the Iron Plate lets me both take out a -1 defense Terrakion from full. And I also break no bulk Zygarde subs with the Iron Plate, which is honestly really fantastic. Moving on, Bullet Punch for that. Toxic lets me hit something like Clogsire on the way in. Toxic's just kind of nice against this team. Roost for the longevity. U-Turn lets me pivot on Espeon, do a lot of damage to it. Lets me pivot into something like a little whack in the right situation. The defense EVs let me not be 2 KO by unboosted Zygarde, 1,000 arrows. And the rest is just chucked into Sibedef. This is a pretty standard team. There is a lot of notes on it. Because, like, Andrew, if you're watching, I'm a little insane sometimes. Yeah, this is an entire page of notes just on the team. But yeah, this is the team. I'm really excited for this. This should be going up on Saturday. The battle should be going up on Sunday. I'm going to try and keep these on a schedule for this league. I'm really excited for this league. This first Wi-Fi league. I'll be doing my own recordings. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I will catch you guys later, So peace.